Hello, hello. Hello, hello. It's me back again. Let me make sure everything's set up right and give people a chance to get in here. Oh no, dogs, go on. Interruptions by pets. Let's see. Let me make it so I can see the chat. Oh, there we go. Hi! There you guys are. I'm great. How are you guys doing today? Just getting stuff set up, giving people a chance to get in here if they want to. I thought I could work on this a little bit more today, actually work on the chick in the picture. Yeah. Hey, Jenny. Evening. Yeah. All right. So there's a few people in here. I might as well get started. Can everybody hear everything okay? Is the music good? Do I sound clear? Let's give a chance for everybody to hear that. All right, good. Nice and greasy. All right, so I am working on Irithyll again. This is my friend's Dungeons and Dragons character. It's a live action, or not live action. It's a tabletop RPG game that we're playing, and I'm going to use some overlays. If you were here last time, you'll remember that I was working mostly on the background. I was pretty nervous, so I didn't want to really spend much time on her. But this time I can kind of show you how overlays work. I can make a new layer. And if you look in the box on the layers where it says I'm on layer 1 right now, and then there's this drop down box that shows different layers. The normal layer is just you draw over everything that's under that layer. And then the multiply actually will add like a watered down version of whatever color you put on top. So for her hair, let's say I'm gonna use the flat brush and see, she wants her hair kind of, her character's hair to be kind of dark red. So I'm gonna just go in there and add that on. Huh. Let me see if I can see the screen. Looks like there's a little bit of a delay. No, it's fine. Never mind. It's fine. Actually, not a big fan of that. So I'm going to go ahead and use, so the thing with this one is, this brush is the opacity where it says 70% up here. It's if I turn it up to 100%, it'll get smoother. It'll give a more smooth, even color. There we go. Because I've already got, so the idea of using something like this is I've already got the value, which is the lightness and darkness in the monochrome layer underneath. And so if I just put color over it, it makes all of the values pop. And all I really have to do is go back and clean up the edges where it's really dark. My gaming channel, I talked about this kind of last time. I feel like that's not my thing, doing a gaming channel. I still like playing video games every once in a while, but it just isn't what I want to be doing for YouTube. I feel like this is more my thing. So I'll play games with Zach, but I don't know if I'm going to do my channel anymore. But you never know. If I have some extra time, I might. Fortnite looks really fun, but really hard. So I don't know if I'm going to be playing that for people to watch. Alright, so I'm going to get really small here, change the size of the brush. Well, thank you, Jonathan. I feel like when you're doing something when you're doing what you should be doing, you're more satisfied and you'll do more of it. Again, it's not like I don't like video games, and I did enjoy making those videos for you guys, but I struggled to get them out as fast as Zach, or even like once a week. Yeah, how is everyone doing? It's Wednesday, my dudes. This has been a great week for me. I'm real happy. So I got her hair laid in, and now I want to do her skin. And she's kind of pale, but I don't want it too bright. Yeah, that's about right. Let me get a bigger brush. Oh, Zach's doing great. So everybody should be doing great. I don't want to yell too loud, but that's definitely one of my favorite memes. Uh-oh, Ursa's here again. Once I get my camera set up, you guys will be able to see my dogs when they decide to come in and visit. Ursa knows how to open doors somehow. She's always been really smart. She can just come in whenever she wants to. Hey, Joanna. What'd you have for dinner on Thano? On Thano. What did you have for dinner? And she's in. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she is in.
You screamed, so she came in.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why. Since I don't have much to do on her, I could probably start a whole new piece today. Just something for you guys. Dogs are great pets. I do have a Twitch account. The thing is, I don't want to split the audience too much. I might stream on Twitch. I'm not sure how many people would follow me over there. I think she's too dark. Let me lighten her up. There, that's better. I kind of feel the same way about bird owning, Jesus. My family had birds, and we would let them out a lot, but they were pretty small parrots, And, you know, a lot of bird species that people want for pets are those big ones that talk. And they get really bonded to people, and it's really sad that people just keep them in cages. They're really intelligent, and they shouldn't really be for pets for most people. You really have to have an understanding of how to take care of birds and what they need. That goes for a lot of exotic animals. I've seen, like, I don't know, YouTube recommends those cute pet videos, but then I see things like otters and monkeys, and I'm like, oh no, you shouldn't have one of those. Yeah, we had a Quaker parrot. They're really loud, and they only liked me. All the Quakers that we had only liked me for some reason. I lived in Florida, and I guess some had escaped at one point, and they had taken over a golf course. They live in these huge colonies, and people are trying to golf. Hello, Woomy. Okay, I'm pretty sure she wants her character to have green eyes, like bright green eyes. So I'll go do that. I'm working on an instructional kind of, not instructional, but an educational art stream / video. So hopefully that'll help people who want more of an art education from this channel, I guess. It's just the basics that we go over in any art class, any beginning art class that's of good quality. Like about line and shape and form, value. Those are the most important things to keep in mind when you're starting a piece. This music. I don't know who makes this music for Pretzel, but it's pretty rockin', right? Yo, what's going on? Thank you, Gamer Master. Let's see. So right now, going over the eyes, a lot of people want to put like white on the eyes, but that doesn't that's not, if you look at people, it's not really showing up because I've already put a lighter value there. But if I was going to go over on another layer and put just white on her eyes, that nobody's eyes are actually white in the whites of their eyes, and it just looks kind of alien. So you want to do like a gray or a grayish yellow there. And I've already got the values in as being about the same as the skin, so when I put a little bit of a lighter color on there, on the correct layer, if I can get back there. Yeah, it doesn't really do, let's see, like a, no, we don't want it to be any darker than that, I don't think. Thank you, Gabrielle. So birds will put their heads in your mouth because they want to pick your teeth. They also like shiny objects. Let's see. I will have to do that on a different layer because it's not showing up as light as I want it to be. You need to put a highlight there. More like down here because the light's coming from above. And the same thing goes for teeth. You don't want teeth to be really bright. Let me go ahead and put on her lips. She doesn't have like makeup on, so I just need to be like darker than her skin tone. That's a little too bright. It's too dark. How does that look? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer again. There we go. I need to label that. I want to do your character too, Jenny. I'm going to do all my party members' characters. See how the color looks totally different on the multiply layer? Like, you got to go pretty light with it. Actually, I think I want to go more to the pink. There we go. Oh, thank you. I've heard people have told me to do ASMR, but I don't know. I think that would hurt my voice to talk really low and slow for a long time. And there are so many people who already do that. Maybe I can give you ASMR just doing this. I know I get it from listening to people do instructional stuff. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And now I can add some shadows. Yeah, maybe it could be. You can screenshot it and crop it. Hi, Pro288. Let's see, for eyebrows, and she's a redhead, but it shouldn't be too dark. That's a little too peachy. So eyebrows tend to be either darker or lighter than the head hair. On a redhead, they tend to be pretty light. There's a fly in here somewhere. I hope you guys can't hear that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I read that. There's a race in Expanded D&D called, I guess you pronounce it ASMR. It's the ASMR race. They talk very quietly. I have drawn Otto. It's been a while, but I actually have done some paintings of him. I did the t-shirts. I don't know if they're still in Zach's shop, but I did t-shirts with him on them. Him and Egon. I don't know about that color. Oh, thank you, Jason. I really like the art for Breath of the Wild, and I also really like Twilight Princess. Those are my two favorite Zeldas. So the shadow for her face. The thing about... So straight up gray, it can work for a face. But our faces actually have like zones of color in them. I don't like the back of her head. That's way too much. Heads don't do that. Her head looks kind of bulbous. Anyway, I can fix that later. The zones of the face are, they tend to be yellow up in the forehead, and then bluish purple around the eyes, and then reddish in the nose and the cheeks, and then bluish and purple, and sometimes even green around the mouth, where like where men have a 5 o'clock shadow, that would be like a bluish or a green tinge. So the way it would work here is like doing a very light, let's see if I can get it without being too dark. The thing about the multiply layer is it makes the colors a lot more vivid. So I have to be really careful and kind of go to the gray side. Yeah, welcome everybody. So glad you could all make it. I'm wanting to do this more regularly. I meant to do it this weekend, but something came up and I just couldn't do it. And then I've had some jobs to do. So like, we all have kind of bluish or purple under our eyes. So the shadows around the eyes should be kind of like that. How does that look? That looks all right. And it starts to get a little too blue. I'm using a program called Leonardo because I'm on a Microsoft Surface laptop, and it has a I'm drawing right on the screen, and I feel like the Surface when you're working with like an external tablet, Photoshop is easier to use. When you're working right on the screen, I feel like Photoshop is a little more complicated than I want. So I'm using, it's a little bit more complicated than like the Apple drawing program. So it's got, I like how it has this undo and redo right where I can tap it. You have to use a keyboard command or a shortcut on Photoshop. And Photoshop is what you want if you're doing, there's a lot of work that works with Photoshop. It can do a lot more than this program, but for what I'm doing, this is fine. Hello again. Wow. Yes, everybody get your drinks and your snacks. I don't want anybody passing out during this. And I'm working on messages, or not messages, I'm working on layers so that if I don't like how this looks, I can just delete it and it's not disrupting the bottom layers. Thank you, Wolf. I used to want to kind of do comics, but I don't know what I would say in a comic, if that makes sense. I don't know what I would want my comic to be about. I'm adding some pink around the edges of the eye because we've got those tear ducts and we've got like the water line. Maybe add a little bit more pink to the lips. I don't know. The cheeks definitely need some pink. And some shadow. I think I would have trouble keeping up with something like a comic. I think web comics are kind of famous for getting started and then the artist kind of disappears, which I would understand. Well, I don't know about what game Zach is excited to play, but I'm looking forward to Death Stranding. And what else? There was one I saw the other day that I'm kind of excited about. Oh, the From Software is coming out with Darusene, I think it's called. That's the 3D the PlayStation VR game by From Software. I just saw that yesterday. That looks really cool. Yeah, that thumbnail is Ursa. Zach took that picture for me. Because in my first stream announcement, I said, like, featuring interruptions by my pets, because I knew they were going to bust in here. This time it was my fault, though. So, the light's kind of coming in from the top, like, but it's also kind of to the left. Her left. And the ears, it needs kind of a pinkish tone because we've got a lot of blood in that area. So not quite that pink. Thank you, Walter. I appreciate it. A little bit pinker. The city is based on Al-Khazne, which is in Jordan, and the building that I'm specifically thinking of when I made this was, it's called the Treasury, because the people who, the first people who discovered it after it was made and abandoned, I guess, were, they thought that it had treasure inside, but in reality it was like, I don't know, a tomb, I believe. Yeah, this is Pretzel. It's a like music for streamers. I have played PvZ. I was pretty good at it. I was pretty good at sniping. And I like playing the Agent P like Zach does. But I didn't play that very much because I was already playing a lot of TF2 at that time, and I didn't want to go to a different game that most of my friends didn't have. Yeah, hello everybody who's joining. I'm just coloring this babe here. Yeah, this is the chiptune station. Let's see. So on her cheeks, she also needs some pink, but not too much. Nope, too much. Need a good balance. Also bigger, I think. Hello, Duffy. Thank you. Maria Vale. There's your shout out. I don't really know anything about the new PvZ. I only played the first one a little bit with Zach. It was fun though. I really liked how each class is, or each side is really different. And they're always getting new stuff. I'm adding pink in this zone that I was talking about before around the cheeks and nose where we have a lot more blood. A lot more open not open, but a lot more visible capillaries. And then like there's kind of a purple cast to the lower part of her face. Purpley blue, green, depends on whether you're more warm or cool toned. Let's see how that works out. Now that looks more like a... We don't want to give her a 5 o'clock shadow. I do like video games. I used to play a lot of video games. I'm coloring a picture that I already started of a character that I made for a friend of mine. Well, I didn't make the character. I'm drawing the character for a friend of mine that I play Dungeons and Dragons with. This is her character. I'm going to be making one of these for all my friends. I've done a couple already. Let's see. Why is that so... Oh, it's very gray. Okay, I see. Yes, I agree with that. I mean, there's art where the artist has obviously been doing it for a long time and very practiced at it, but don't be afraid to make, if you're interested in art, if you are artistically inclined, all that means is that you're interested in continuing to make art. It doesn't mean that you're great at it yet. You just, I mean, even I've been doing it for over 30 years and I still have a lot to learn and a lot to improve on. We all should be improving all the time. So if you like, yeah, Jenny's sculpting right now. She's making our little, they're basically like player pieces that go on the map. But yeah, you just keep doing it and you will get better. I think the inside of the ear should be kind of purpley actually. Not quite that purple, but it just comes with experience. Maybe more to the purpley, not pink purple side. Well, if you think your drawing is bad, you can always practice and get better. You will always get better if you practice. It just comes from practicing and observing, drawing from observation, drawing from like your favorite artist. Like you can actually copy their work and, like, you know, don't try to sell it or anything like that, but like copying other people's work that you like helps a lot. Right now I'm just painting in the shadows. I do really like nature a lot. I do a lot of animal paintings in real life. In fact, I've got a commission to do another pet portrait by someone. I've painted a lot of people's pets, a lot of just nature, a lot of animals, a lot of wild animals. Nature is really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. A lot of people don't get the chance to or make the time to get out in nature enough. I think that's something that's missing from a lot of people's lives that they could do to have more of. Yeah, if you're not into art, if art doesn't excite you, then it's something that you won't practice and you won't get great at. And that's really the only difference between people who are quote unquote artistic and people who aren't. Is it's just like anything. Like, I'm not great at sports because it doesn't excite me a great deal. I'm going to add some more shadow to the hair, I think. Just add some variation. This side of the face is in shadow, so hey, Sonic and friends, Sonic Mania. Zach is not in the room with me right now. Zach may or may not be watching this stream. I'm not sure. He was here earlier, but I haven't seen him talk. Yeah, if you're close to nature, you probably feel that connection with it. Like, there's just, I don't know, the animals and the plants. You see weird things all the time if you live near nature or you spend a lot of time in it. Like, I've seen an orange dragonfly. I've seen blue bees. And when I saw these things, I didn't know they existed. But turns out they do. It's really neat. I'm always surprised every time I go out. There's a lot of wonderful things in our world that are worth protecting. Hey Matt, welcome back. There he is. Yeah, we forget we're part of nature. We've sort of separated ourselves from it, but we're still part of it. Oh, that's cool. Deer are pretty cool when they're not eating your plants. And when they're eating your plants. I am Zach's wife. of, how many years is it now? 12? Yeah, I think we did 12 years this year. Yeah, if you're not sure if you want a tablet laptop, I really love my Surface, but what you can do is get a cheaper external tablet and a cheap program that lets you draw like this. Like, I think Art Rage is still free. There's Manga Studio. I don't know if that costs, but there's so many programs like that, and you can just see if you enjoy it, or if you know somebody who has an iPad that you can borrow. The iPad is really fun to draw on. Their system is really good. Sketchable and Leonardo, this program, are both kind of based on the simplicity of that program with just a little bit more functionality. I think Sketchable is a little bit more simplistic. Yeah, Wacom tablet is a good place to start. Just a cheap one. A used one is good. Hi, GE. We are drawing. We are coloring together. Get out your crayons or your markers. Yeah, so just look up cheap and free programs for drawing and try it out, see if you like it, and if you do, then you can invest the money in something a little more substantial. Oh, hey, it's Only Bear. What's up? What's up, boy? My friends. Yeah, Copics rule. So fun. Or watercolor pens. Those are fun. I'm adding a highlight, kind of. But not too bright. I don't like that. Maybe a little more. Maybe darker but brighter. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I just started this. I just started this up whenever my last video went out a couple Sundays ago. I'm glad to be back, and I'm gonna. I just started a new Instagram that'll be kind of my professional one, but I don't have anything on it yet, so keep an eye out for that. It's just AshleyScottArt, but there's nothing there yet, so feel free to join it. But I'm gonna start uploading old art and then putting new art in. All right, so a bit more dark here. Thanks for the sub, the boss. Hello.
I brought you a snack.
A snack? I can't eat on camera. I can't eat this.
You're not on camera?
Well, not on, you know what I mean, live. Here, I'll eat it later. Thank you, though.
You don't want to eat
Zach's so sweet. He brought me cheese.
You can't eat it?
No, I'm not going to eat while I'm talking. Thank you, G. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy so many people showed up. I'm going to make her hair tie green. She wants her character to be in kind of earthy colors. That's too dark. Zach is best. It's not quite as, I don't want it quite that bright. Maybe a little lighter. A little lighter, a little grayer. There we go. Like that. Yeah, I guess I'm recording. I mean, this is live, but it'll be up on the channel afterwards. This is my boss fight music. Sounds like Final Fantasy. This is great. Zach should go out for president. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, it can be, art is scary. I think it was Miguel that mentioned that it's kind of discouraging to have people see your art in the middle of the process. But, you can always show them when you're done, whenever you feel like it's ready to be seen. I know when I used to draw in school, I would kind of hover over my notebook because I didn't want people to see it until it was done. And even then, like, showing people made me feel really weird. That might be part of why it took me so long to start doing public art. Just going through and adding some more highlights through the dark parts. I don't want it to get too busy. Thank you, Garfy Meow and Gizmos. I appreciate it. Zach is love and life. Zach really enjoyed Breath of the Wild. I didn't play it because it was so long, but it looked really cool. And it looked like he had a really good time with it. I love the time when he was trying to take a selfie of him and the centaur got him. It was so good. Yeah, hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. It makes a big difference with the YouTube algorithm. I hate that has to be a thing, but that's how they work. Yeah, I spent a fair bit of time inside Will's, just drawing and doing things like that. Yes, I do remember MetaCafe. MetaCafe, for those who don't know, was a website that came before YouTube that was kind of the same deal. And Zach was on there. And a lot of the early famous YouTubers, like Naltz and, I'm trying to think of the names of people. Was Shane Dawson on there? Me subscribers. I met Zach through, well, we found out we worked, well, so we went to college together, but we didn't, I guess we both commuted on the bus, and I saw him, we saw each other on the bus, and because we worked together. So we worked together and we went to school together, and we just started commuting together and got together. We started sitting next to each other on the bus in college. So we've been together a long time. We met when I was 19 and we started dating. So watch out for those bus hotties. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Yeah, put those nice pink cheeks on. Looks good, right? Yes, I fell in love with... Actually, I remembered him because we did go to high school together. We didn't know each other, but he made music that they played over on the announcements that was funny. And when I realized he was that guy, I was like instantly into him. Okay, so doing more of a shadow up here. Turn that down a bit. I am painting It's a character for a friend of mine that I play D&D with. It's her character. She's a wood elf rogue, and she's hanging out in it's a city built in a sinkhole, kind of carved out of the walls. Last time I worked on the background, and this time I'm working on her. And yeah, I think we're having a good time, right? Yeah, don't fall for the rock stars. It's true. Oh, Izzy needs out. Give me a sec. Izzy wants out. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Roberto. My favorite candy, oh, it's got to be Reese's Cups. I love chocolate and almost anything with like a sweet center. Jolly Ranchers are good. My favorite game, that's tough. I played a lot of Elder Scrolls, a lot of Oblivion, a lot of Skyrim, played a lot of Fallout 3. I liked Fallout 3 better than 4. So those kind of games are my favorites. But I also like Dragon Age is really fun. I like those kind of RPG games. Oh, but one of my favorite games is Hyper Light Drifter. That was a really fun game, but I didn't hear much about it. That game deserves more hype. Yeah, I like shooters too. When I'm in the mood to do PvP, Overwatch is pretty fun. I have not played Fortnite. It looks really fun, but it's also kind of intimidating. People seem like they're like really good, and like the building aspect seems really difficult. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more games on my games channel. Looks a little rough. Whoops. Uncharted is really fun. I did like that. I liked Mass Effect. I liked Dead Space. These are all kind of old franchises. What's a newer game that I really liked? PT is my favorite horror game by far. I was really disappointed that that didn't end up going through. Favorite books. Oh, The Last Night. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to The Last Night. I don't know if it's out yet, but I've been looking forward to that. Favorite books. Let's see. Witcher 3 is really good. Yeah. Favorite books. Oh, I really like House of Leaves. That's probably my favorite book. It's a horror book, and it's written really weirdly. I like really strange stuff, especially existential horror stuff, thrillers, that sort of thing. I'm getting through Frank Herbert's Dune books right now. I just finished the book series that Annihilation, the movie, is based on. Favorite horror movie? Maybe Jaws, because that was one of the first ones I saw. There's a lot of good horror movies. There are a lot of bad horror movies too, though. I feel like that's a genre that's really, I won't say abused, because I mean, it's fine, you can make a bad movie, but it seems like they put out a lot of like lame horror movies because they know that they can get people to go see them. Oh, I really liked Hereditary. It's probably not in theaters anymore, but that was the last horror movie I watched, and I really liked it. You could tell the influences for that movie if you have seen a lot of if you've seen a lot of classic horror movies. Mortal Instruments. That sounds familiar, but I can't place it. I definitely haven't read it. I have seen Get Out. I did like Get Out. It was really good. I gotta turn my light on. It's getting dark. Goosebumps. Yeah, that's my favorite horror series. There we go. Now I can see. Yeah, Get Out was really good. It was, I mean, it was more of a, I would say it's more of a thriller. I guess it's a horror movie. Is it a horror movie? It's hard to say, but it was really interesting. I like movies where you're trying to figure out what is going on. Okay. Oh yeah, that won't work because that's... I can add some color to... I added her accessories so I can put some detail on those. This is just a normal layer, so I just be painting on... Let's see, her belt. It really is. Goosebumps really is a classic book series that I would still recommend for young adults. They were really scary. And during, I don't know if they still do this, but the book fair always sold like this special night light set that had like a book light. So I would tend to get that. I'm gonna save real quick. Monster movies, well, Jaws is a monster movie, and that's probably my favorite horror movie. So yeah, but I feel like a lot of the, I don't know, I'm not really into, I guess, what's that one that's coming out? The Meg. It doesn't, I really like, I'm really into sharks, but I don't know, it might be good. It's not something I would see in the theater. Nope, not air. So right now I'm just adding some shadow and depth to try to give it more of more realism. Hey! I don't use a tablet right now. I have a Wacom, but I'm using my desktop computer quit and I replaced it with a Surface laptop. So I'm drawing right on the screen, which I'm really loving. It's a lot more of the drawing experience that I would get with a pen and paper. Yeah, the Underworld, the first one was pretty good. I don't think I saw any of the other ones. I'm trying to think, monster movies. I have a hard time coming up with things like favorites on the spot. One of my favorite horror movies is The Witch. It wasn't very popular, I don't think, but man, that was a really good movie. That was another one that, like, it's a horror, but it's more like I don't know, it's kind of more of a family drama. Sort of like Hereditary. It was done by a similar guy. I really liked Ex Machina. That was another sort of, you could see it as a horror movie. Hey, Everwolf. Zach hates art. He can't stand it. No. So this is shadow, so it should probably be a lot darker than this. Hello, guy. Can you hear my dog huffing and puffing? Hi, Ursa. You're a good dog. Hey, Smecky. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Egon is doing well. He has mystery allergies that made him have to be on a medication that sometimes gives cats diabetes, and that's what it did to him. But he just needs his insulin every day, and he's doing a lot better now that he has that. Wish he didn't need it, but we can't figure out what he's allergic to, so... We tried giving him allergy shots. That didn't really work. We tried several medications. But he's fine. I'm kind of trying to give this bag the texture of, like, you know, an old bag. Something that she's had for a while. Oh, I have a big sweet tooth. I wish that I liked savory better, but unfortunately, I like candy, I like fruit, I like sweet sauces. This program is really simple and doesn't have a whole lot of brushes, and it doesn't seem to have an option to make your own like in Photoshop, but it does have good brushes, the brushes that it does have. My surface is, I'm just drawing on the screen. It has a couple of ports. I have a mouse on it, but other than that, I have it on a keyboard. The one that I bought comes with a keyboard. So I am using the keyboard shortcuts. Hello. I'm just using the Surface Pen. It's not as touch sensitive as a Wacom pen, but it's fine. I am drawing a role-playing character for one of my friends. It's her elf character. I've been having to let the dogs in and out during this. Let me see, I need to turn the brightness up a little bit. How do I do this? There it is. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see it brighter on your end, but I can see it better. Thank you, Smecky. Tablet for beginners. There are cheap Wacom tablets that you can get to work with to see if you like the whole process. I'm sure there are others. There would be recommendations on places like, I don't know, Reddit's for digital art, or if you just search like good beginner tablets. Hello. It's too dark. I started with a small Wacom tablet. I eventually got a Cintiq, and now I'm working on this. The iPad is really good for drawing too. If you know somebody with an iPad and they have the pen, you should try it out. It's really fun. Yeah, Procreate, I believe, is what comes with the iPad. It's a great system. It's why I got this, actually. I'm not a big, I'm just not an Apple user. I didn't want to have to change a bunch of stuff over to use Apple, but I really enjoyed drawing on Zach's iPad. But yeah, if you are an Apple person, Procreate is great, and drawing with the pen is really good. It's very natural feeling. It's what made me want to get the Surface. Funny enough. Well, thank you. I do hope I get, well, I mean, I'm not doing this to get a bunch of subs necessarily, but that would be really nice. That would make me feel really good. My day was great. I got a commission today for a new painting from my doctor. She wants me to paint her dog. So I'm having a really great day, and I get to hang out with you guys. Can't ask for more than that. Zach is not really, no, Zach's actually a big Android fan, but he got the iPad to do iPad games. And he also uses it for, I guess kind of, he plays stuff on there for relaxation also. But he's very, like, he has the Pixel phone. He's way more of an a Google person than me. I do have an Android phone, but he has like the stock Android phone. All right, so you can kind of move on to this dagger, I guess. I thought Zach was really funny when I met him because he was, like I said earlier, he was a musician. He made music for the morning announcements at our school. That was really funny. Well, he didn't make it for that, but they were played on the morning announcements. And I met him later out of high school. So when I realized that was him, I wanted to date him even more. Because I was attracted to how funny he is and his creativity. Hi, Hockey Cat Cat. Zach has the best laugh in the world. I think everybody can agree. You just can't not smile when you hear his laugh. Trying to give this kind of an old leather texture again, just putting on different layers of color and scrubbing it in, sort of. This is a scabbard for like a dagger. I'll probably add the snipper clips. Is really fun. Art is my job. I just started, it is my job now. It's what I want to do now. So I got a couple of commissions this week and I'm really excited about it. I did not make Zach's profile picture, the pixelated one. He made that himself. He's actually he makes all of his thumbnails and it's really good. I did not see Fallen Kingdom. I did not like the other new Jurassic World. I was a big fan of the very first Jurassic Park, and none of the other ones have lived up to the original, so I'm kind of done with it, unfortunately. I did watch Infinity War. I liked it more than I thought I would. I'm kind of burnt out on superhero stuff, if that makes sense. But they did a really good job with that. They really pushed the envelope with that style of movie. There has never been a movie franchise that pulled together that many different elements. And they did it successfully, which I didn't believe they were going to do. So kudos to them. They did a good job. It depends on how complicated the drawing is. This is taking me a while because it's really detailed, and I made it that way on purpose. I wanted to work on environments because I'm not as good. Oh, Zach. How about, I don't know, kind of want Thai food or Chinese? What do you want? Where do I imagine the light coming from? It's in a sinkhole. It's kind of a city that was carved into a sinkhole. So I haven't done the color or the like the greenery that I want to have overgrowing on everything yet. But I want to have it like I want to have the light coming from above. Like it's a big hole in the ground that has like the water in the bottom where they've carved out the different buildings. So I started it as, it's like it's a character sheet kind of for my friend, but it's a lot more complicated than that because I wanted to give myself a challenge and learn more about environments. So there's going to be like hard light coming in from the top. Yeah, Petra. I would like to go there someday. I haven't seen the inside, though there are a lot of pictures of the outside. It's sad that it's made of sandstone and people are visiting it so much that the humidity from all the people is actually making the stone wear away pretty quickly. So kind of want to go see it while I can. I mean, it's not going to like crumble in my lifetime, but it's one of those things. It's one of those, like, I don't think it's a great wonder of the world or anything, but it's just really cool. Yeah, I worked on more of the background last time because I was a little bit nervous, and I wanted to do something that's a little bit more, I don't know, automatic that I didn't have to think as much about. But I thought that was kind of boring, so I'm working like in and around the butt area this time. Maybe that's a little more interesting. I could even start a new thing. I don't know what to start though. I guess I could, we met up with some characters in our story that I could draw. I use the, is it called the Apple Pen? That's a really great drawing tool. If you already have an iPad, you should definitely get the pen if you're interested in drawing, and get Procreate. It's a wonderful program. Let's take a look. I'm zooming in and out so I can take a look at how it's looking. Yeah, one of the best ways to learn drawing is to, like, you can definitely get some help from watching videos on how to look at stuff, and I am going to do more tutorial type videos later on. I'm doing research and writing up a presentation for more formal teaching, like where to start when you're drawing. But the best way to draw, the best way to learn how to draw is just start drawing. Have a friend of yours sit and hold a pose for a little while and draw them, and then have a move. Draw your pets while they're sleeping. Put together some interesting objects and draw that. Like a still life. Everything is just shapes. Just look at the actual shapes instead of how you think it should look. That's the main thing. A lot of people have to unlearn. When you think of an apple, we think of, like, I'll just show real quick. We think of an apple as being like, oh, I've got the eraser, okay. So an apple, we think of an apple as being like this. And yeah, some apples are like that. And then they've got like bloop and then something like that. But you'll hardly ever encounter an apple that looks like that. Most apples are more like, you know, like a very gentle sloping thing. They have a little bit of a bump on the bottom. And then they come in all different kinds of colors. So you have to actually look at the thing itself. Thank you, Joanna. You have to actually look at the object instead of what you think it's supposed to look like. I don't have super chat yet because I don't have 1,000 subs. I think that's what the threshold is. Best Beast Buster Gaming. I play a halfling bard. That's the character sheet that I did for myself is actually my thumbnail for my channel. Thank you, Rico. I appreciate it. My thoughts on CalArts. I only know that there's any controversy about CalArts from YouTube because I saw things popping up in my channel, my subscriptions or my suggestions that were like, what's wrong with CalArts and what's the CalArts controversy? Well, it seems like people think that a lot of TV shows that are popular right now, the characters look alike. I disagree. When you look at, like, there's this particular GIF of, like, characters that happen to look similar that are on different shows, switching between their faces, and they're something like this. They're like, and then the, like, or, I don't know, like, smile like this. There's something like this. There's like, oh, what are the different shows? Steven Universe, the, oh, gosh, I can't think of their names right now. That show with the blue cat and the fish. The, is it Billy and Mandy? Gravity Falls. I can't remember all of them, but those are just those characters from that show. There are other characters that look different. Heathcliff and Garfield are the same cat. Hey, Clark. That was such a weird show because it switched between two orange cats that were basically the same cat, except one was a house cat and one was a garbage cat. Heathcliff was... No, wait, they weren't in the same show. I thought that... Were they? No, they were different. What am I thinking of that was like, was there another cat on Heathcliff? I'm thinking of, anyway, they came on after each other and they were basically the same show. But yeah, there's going to be a style for every generation. And like an art style has to be, for a cartoon, it has to be simplified for animation. Oh, I'm thinking of, so there was it Heathcliff that was the round cat? Not Garfield. There was Heathcliff, and then there was that junkyard cat. Now I'm stuck on Heathcliff. Hi, Kyle. So yeah, I'm not, so like the, what's it called? What is that show? The one with the blue cat and the fish that are brothers. That show is just surreal. I'm really impressed by that show. So people who are saying that like that one character or a couple of those characters like are the CalArt style, I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not very sympathetic to that argument. I kind of get it, but Gumball, yeah. Okay, so the Heathcliff show, it had Heathcliff, but then it also had like a junkyard cat that hung out with Cleo, the girl cat, with the leg warmers. Who was that? Now I'm stuck on what that was. It would like switch between them in the same show. Well, thanks for watching Zach, Sean. Thanks for being here. I am painting. I'm painting this character, this elf character. And I'm getting back on it. I'm going back to the multiply layer. And whoa, that's way dark. I'm going to add some shade on these boots. Boots with the fur. No fur. Yeah, it was like a different cat. I think. Maybe it was like what he wished his life was like. It was like a junkyard cat and he would go visit the girl music store cat. I only remember it because of the music store cat, but he had like a cane and a floppy hat. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. I am using a program called Leonardo on my Surface. I know, I love elf ears. There should be more people with surgically altered ears to look like elves. There should be more real elves in real life. I've seen people do the Vulcan ears, but I don't know how many people have tried to do something like a... Yeah, Garfield had a girlfriend, that pink cat, but then there was also Nermal, who was annoying. He didn't like Nermal. I remember that. I guess so. I mean, it's a prestigious art school. That's all I really know about it. Like, my opinion on, you know, people who go to art school and get good jobs in the industry is like good for them. I honestly don't know too much about CalArts. I went to a state school. I have an art degree, but I went to a state school, so it wasn't like a renowned art program. Favorite DuckTales character? That's a good question. Oh, shoot. I really like, what was her name? The chick that ran the company. She was a boss. But Kit was really cool, and Launchpad is fun. I liked Kit's, like, his cloud surfing deal. I always wanted to do that. I don't know if you guys ever do this, but when I would ride the bus, I would imagine that I'm, like, being pulled behind a car or something on a skateboard or something like that. Just to occupy my mind. that sort of thing. I remember a Pac-Man animated show, but I didn't watch it. I did watch Breaking Bad. My watch list on Netflix, I don't even remember because we don't watch, like, we watch certain TV shows, but I haven't checked my Netflix in a while. I know I really want to see, there's a movie out right now called First Reformed, and I don't think that it's, I think that it's just been in the like film festivals lately. I don't think it's out yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. It has Ethan Hawke as a priest. What else? That HBO series, Pretty Little Liars, I think it's called, or something like that. Not Pretty Little Liars. That's like a soap opera for teenagers. What is that show with Drew Barrymore? That's supposed to be good. Anyway, we watch Westworld. We watch, what's it called? We have what Breaking Bad is one of Zach's and my favorite shows. We're looking forward to Better Call Saul. It's coming out soon. My favorite TV show right now is probably The Expanse. We just finished the last season that's out. Big Little Lies, thank you. Hey, Robo. Oh, wow, GT Particles, that's really sweet. Yeah, you've been watching for a long time. Thank you so much for watching us. I heard that Santa Clarita Diet show was good. It's hard to find time to watch a show because we like watching TV late. I mean, we already stay up pretty late, but Zach works really hard to get you guys the videos. Ozark is really good. Yeah, Ozark is great. We love, it's like kind of surreal. Like, I don't know, there's just some like really weird moments in that show, but it's realistic enough that you're really into it and into the characters. Make that a little bit more gray. There we go. This is the bottom, so there shouldn't be too much light coming through there. Oh, thanks, Smecky. Yeah, I want to do this like once a week at least. Maybe more often. I don't know. I might get my camera hooked up sometime, and though I don't think that will actually add to the art of the stream, but maybe people feel more connected seeing my face. I don't know. I know a lot of people live stream with their face. And people were wanting to see that last time for some reason. So, maybe I'll give the people what they want. Do it for the people. Thanks, Ratchet. Yeah, we're just hanging out, having a good time. I'll maybe do another 30 minutes. Oh, Star Wars or Star Trek? Honestly, I thought I was a Star Wars person. I didn't actually watch Star Wars until I met Zach. He had me watch all of the... I'd seen the new trilogy. Oh, well, it was the new one at the time. It was the prequels. I had seen those in the theaters and was not really impressed. I hadn't really watched... No, I take that back. I watched, what was the last one? Return of the Jedi. I saw that in theaters when they re-released it in the 90s. And I liked it. Did you watch the Disneyland Star video? That was great. I am into the games that Zach plays. In fact, I watched some of his Let's Plays. I watched all of his God of War, because that's the exact kind of game I'd want to play, but I I was just too busy to invest in a long game like that. But we both really enjoy that game. And I do play video games. I just haven't gotten really into any games recently. Alan and I played some Portal Knights. I really like that game. It's like a much more fleshed out Minecraft. Like it's the fun building stuff, but there's more furniture and stuff. Oh yeah, back to Star Wars and Star Trek. So I really like the new, I really like Discovery. It's funny because I heard nothing but bad stuff about it, but then when I watched it, it was fine. Like, it was great. I really enjoyed it. I feel like maybe it was the people who are used to the old stuff that, like, I really like Next Generation. That's the only other one that I've seen. But it's also a really kind of sleepy show, which I don't think would do well for people today. Maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like Star Trek Discovery is a really good, it's a really good progression in the series where it's a lot more exciting. They're still exploring interesting questions like morality, but they're doing it in like a more exciting way, I think, than the original series. Yeah, I love Patrick Stewart. He really makes that show. He is so cute. I wish he was my grandpa. But yeah, I really like Star Trek Discovery. I honestly think I like Star Trek more than Star Wars, but that's just me. Like, the thing about Star Wars is, like, it's two totally different things that they're exploring. Star Wars is like the hero's journey. It's the classic hero's journey story. It's like an archetypal story about, like, somebody who doesn't think they're important finds out that they're important, and then they take on responsibility and become the hero that they're supposed to be. And it takes elements from old radio serials that were about space and westerns and all these different things that inspired George Lucas. And it's fine. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the original trilogy when I watched it, but it's also, again, made for a different generation. The new one, people are so oh, Alexa, I mean, if you feel like you should talk to somebody, you definitely should. I'm glad I'm making you feel better, though. Don't ever feel ashamed to get help. I've definitely been through a lot of therapy. Everybody could deal with talking to counselors at some point. And don't ever feel like you can't. There's those options are out there. So no, I'm not like a Star Trek or a Star Wars person. I've never really been a big fan of really anything. Oh, thank you, Anthony. I love you too. Favorite Ninja Turtle? I'm gonna have to go with, oh man, it's really tough between Donatello and Leonardo. I like how, but Raphael's also kind of a rascal. I like him too. I'm definitely not a Michelangelo. He's fine, but he's just not my favorite. He's a little too goofy. I like how smart Leonardo is. Like, what a good leader he is. But then Donatello's also, like, really techie. I feel like when you see the archetype of, like, the chipmunks, where it's, like, the guy that's always, it's kind of like Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Like, there's the guy that's a schemer. There's the guy that's, like, too smart for everybody. And then there's the laid back guy. I usually go for the guy that's too smart. And that's why I ended up with Zach. Well, thanks for subscribing. I hope one day I get super chat, so people who want to do that can do that. I've kind of stopped drawing because I'm reading the chat so much. My favorite non-alcoholic beverage is water. It fills your cells. It fuels your body. No, probably Dr. Pepper. I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper. It's, I've been drinking it since I was a kid, and I wish I could stop drinking it for more than a year. I'm such a Simon. You're at the hospital? Oh no, I broke my arm when I was 8, and I was in a cast up to my armpit for like 4 months. It was terrible. I hope you do well. I'm doing great, Draven. Zach is ordering food, or he's doing videos. I'm not sure. He might be watching still. I don't know. Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I think I'm gonna now work on adding some shadows to her body, and her suit is kind of a blue-gray. She wanted to have like neutral sort of earth tones for her costume, and since she's kind of a Tomb Raider type of rogue, so I'm gonna make I made her costume that kind of midnighty color. Thank you, Freddie. Yeah, I need to put some shade on the butt. There's a little bit there, but I could add a little bit more. Like this kind of tough area to work on. Let me turn the saturation down a little bit. It really depends. This is taking a while because, like I said, it's something that I'm actually using as practice for environments. Let's see. I'm pretty decent with anatomy. I spent a lot of time doing drawing people and animals, but not so much time doing architecture or like vehicles or anything like that. So the light's kind of coming in at a funny angle. Maybe I should do it more since this is a multiply layer. Oh, Wizzy. I gotta let my dog out again. Thank you, Draven. I really appreciate it. Draven McGregor. Sorry, Izzy wants out again. Any jokes? I'm bad with remembering jokes, and if I could remember a joke, it probably wouldn't be appropriate. Oh, man, I wish I had... I'm not one of those people that has, like, a joke up my sleeve. I can come up with situational jokes. Someone else's toothbrush for a week or pee in a really, really dirty toilet? Oh, the dirty toilet. I mean, I don't have to touch the toilet. I've seen some pretty dirty toilets. But if it was Zach's toothbrush, it wouldn't be a big deal. Figurosity. I feel like I've heard of that. That is a good... Those kind of resources are really good if you don't have a person of a certain body type around to work off of. I think I'm going to turn this opacity up all the way. Turn the color down. Let's see. You're very welcome, Draven. Thanks for watching Zach. Zach's videos. Zach works really hard on his videos. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Zach has a high output. He really likes making videos for you guys. Hello, Toxic Pineapple. Yeah, Fortnite looks really fun, but it's intimidating. I'm not, I'm a pretty good gamer, but people on there seem like they're really good. Zach has started playing with this chick, B-Bell Games. She has, like, no followers, but she's amazing. She's way better than Zach. Don't tell him I said that, but he knows. Where do you get dragon milk? A cow with very short legs. Oh, I get it. Ah. That's a good one. Oh, thank you, Anthony. I really appreciate it. I think Zach's pretty amazing in that he can put out so much content consistently. Even when I was doing gaming videos, I struggled to put out one a week. And I've got other things to do. Like I also do like the groceries and the taking the animals to the vet, and I take care of my family members. But like Zach is a beast when it comes to putting out content. And it's what he loves. Well, thanks for watching for so long, David. Oh, the Nintendo games. Favorite Nintendo game? For the more recent ones, I really like Snipper Clips. That is a really fun game. I know it's like a really simplistic puzzle game, but man, if you haven't played Snipper Clips, it is so fun. It is a great party game. I'm adding a shadow under all these accessories. I really liked, let's see, what's the last Nintendo game that I played that I really loved? Man, so one of my first video games that I got super into that was a long game was Final Fantasy VI. Oh man, that was the first video game that made me cry from just how frustrated I got at it. Such a good story. Awesome characters. That was a Nintendo game. I also really loved Twilight Princess. That was the last Zelda game I played. Yeah, that Abdullah guy, Zach really likes collabing with that guy. If Zach can pass a level, so can I. It's true. Zach can sometimes overthink stuff. But he gets it eventually. He's persistent. Sure, tell that joke. Let's hear that joke. See you later, Blue Mammoth. What is Zelda's favorite meat? I do not know. It's not the chickens. You can't kill the chickens. Oh, Zach did a Thanksgiving video on his linked sausages. Nice. Wow. There's a video of Zach doing a Thanksgiving dish that I think is I think it's on his Zach Scott channel, so you can check that out. Oh, I like that one. I like one-liners like that. Two men walk into a bar and the third one ducks. Like that a lot. Yeah, the spider videos. There used to be a lot more big spiders in our neighborhood, but it's gotten built out, and I think I think a lot of people don't understand the usefulness of spiders, so they spray. Hi.
What should I order?
I don't know. I said either I want either Thai or Chinese. You don't have much longer.
What kind of food do you like?
Well, I just said. I mean, you can order something else if you want.
I mean, what kind of Thai food do you like?
Pad Thai with tofu or massaman curry with tofu.
This all sounds
Yeah, the bird on the street is also my favorite Zach Scott video, I think. That's what Clark said.
Mark.
No, I don't play Minecraft anymore. I really like Portal Nights. If you like Minecraft, you should check out Portal Nights. It's really good. Roger McKenzie says, hi, Zach.
Hello, everybody.
He says hello to everybody. Yeah, Breath of the Wild's good. The dogs are in here too, causing trouble. Yeah, I'm a recently vegetarian. I was pescatarian a couple years ago, but we went to Philadelphia and I had to have the cheesesteak and just kind of fell out of it there. But this time around, I'm not eating fish or anything. Yeah, if you haven't seen The Bird on the Street, you should definitely go to Zach Scott channel. And you should check out his older videos when he did live action stuff. There's a lot of really funny stuff. He used to do really great comedy videos. There's lots of fun spider videos. The Thanksgiving one's really cool and funny. I'm just a vegetarian. I live in the South, and while I could definitely be vegan at home, I couldn't really be vegan out. I know a lot of people are vegan at home. I might be one day. I'm considering it, but I still get a lot of my protein from eggs. We'll have to see. But I've really been enjoying a lot of the faux meats are a lot better than they were when I tried them several years ago. Gardein makes really good faux fish fillets that I love. And there's this, it's called porkless bites that are really good texture and they come with a good sauce. Bye, Sherry. Thanks for coming. Yeah, that's true. I realized, so we have these Canada geese that show up every year around us. And some people, I hope, accidentally hit them with their cars. And I saw a dead one on the road, and I thought to myself, when I eat chicken, it's like doing that on purpose. And after that, I just became vegetarian. I just, I had done it before as like, I knew logically that the meat industry was pretty bad, but this time I did it for more emotional reasons and don't really miss it. Even though I was a very meat and potatoes kind of person growing up. I barely ate a vegetable. If it wasn't corn or potatoes, I didn't eat it. I do eat junk. Unfortunately, I still eat sugar and drink soda. That's something that would be really useful for me to try and stop. But I'm kind of doing it one thing at a time. I'm not real healthy with my diet, even though I am eating a lot more vegetables than I did. Zach eats a lot more vegetables than I do, but neither of us have a really super healthy diet. We could definitely do better. We're so busy that, we don't cook as much as we should, although we do use Blue Apron and we really love that. Yeah, we need 1,000 subscribers so I can have super chat. Yeah, and I also really like, I didn't used to eat beans, and I started eating beans. I made a vegetarian chili. That's probably my favorite thing to eat. And, whoa, what happened? I think oh no, my battery got unplugged. Hold on. Dogs. How'd that happen? What's going on? Why does it think that the battery is not, or the thing's not plugged in? Weird. Well,
I don't know.
I might have to quit the stream early because it looks like the battery's about to die, but I don't know why. It's all plugged in. That's weird.
I don't know. This is the battery? And this is the...
Yeah, that's the plug. I don't know, I plugged it back in. That's very strange. No, it's on the charger. That's what I meant. It's the, I don't know what's... For some reason, the battery's been draining. And it just now, the screen went dark to preserve the battery. There it goes. It's back. I don't know what was wrong with it. Zach, help!
I fixed it.
There we go. No, I was just reading the chat.
Oh.
Now it's there. Okay. I'm only going to go for about 10 more minutes, though, because I got to eat. Zach's dancing. Alexa loves your vid, Zach. Thomas has been subscribed for 1 year.
Thank you.
Let's celebrate our anniversary of Thomas subscribing.
It's also Fortnite's 1 year anniversary.
Oh, yeah. It's Fortnite's 1 year anniversary.
Did you show them the commission? Did you want to show them the commission?
I could.
Better. Before they leave.
Yeah, I'll show you what a friend of mine, Spintown, if you followed us from the Minecraft days, and he's still, I guess he still does Minecraft? I don't know. Let me save this. Let's see.
Yes, we still have Egon. You can check out my Instagram. I posted an Egon thing earlier to my story. He has a shaved belly. Just so you know.
Here we go. This is our mutual friend, Sam.
Is it showing on the stream?
It's going to in a few seconds. He wanted a picture of Sam dressed as Princess Peach, and I added his little dog, Frank, dressed up as Toad. I like the, woo-woo, I love the hairy legs. So yeah.
Zoom into the face.
Zooming into the face. Ooh, what a pretty lady. And the dog. Ugh. Yeah, them some nice shoes. Oh, that would have been funny, Clark. He said we should have made it all the wrong colors. I should have made it. He's colorblind. I should have made it blue and yellow. Zach and I have been married for a very long time. A long, long time. So long, sometimes we can't remember. I think we had our 12-year anniversary this year. Oh shoot, I can't open that file. Let's see if I can get it open like this. Oh, I mean, we just, you know, got together and it all worked out. So we kept on dating and kept on liking it. So we got married one day. Well, thank you. Pugs are pretty funny, but they have a lot of health problems. Well, does anyone have any questions? Probably gonna be done in the next few minutes. Oh, Tiny. I really don't know what I would do on the Discord. I mean, I just don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna try to stream, let's see. I might have time to do it this weekend, but if not, it'll be next week. Just keep an eye on my Instagram or my Twitter, and I'll announce it then when I'm going to do it. I have made a lot of art. One day I'll do this on camera, and I can show some of my paintings. Let's see what else. I just Gabrielle, I just have always been drawing and painting. I did go to art school, but I've just always done it. I got anatomy books. I drew from life. I would stop my favorite cartoons and sketch the characters, just that kind of thing. Let's see. Yeah, we would like to have kids. So yeah. But yeah, I'll just, like, if this is interesting to you guys, I can just keep working on this, on the streams. I am not going to do Facebook. I had a Facebook like 10 years ago, and I actually quit it like 10 years ago. I had it for a while before that. But I'm not interested in Facebook anymore, but I do have an Instagram. It's Oshlo, O-S-H-L-O. That's my personal. I'm getting ready to start putting up older art on my new one, AshleyScottArt. And then I have a Twitter that I'm not real active on. That's AshleyScottArt at Twitter. What I don't like about Facebook is...
Well, too many people don't like Trump on Facebook.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's exactly why. Yeah. So the thing about Facebook is people really argue, and I'm not into that negativity. So I like Instagram because it's just pictures for the most part. That sounds like a good prize, Game Master. Yeah, I'm thinking about adopting like a 30-year-old. Someone just a little bit younger than us that can contribute. No. More of my drawing. So it's a little difficult with the way that I have the streaming set up right now. But I will be posting more of my art on my new Instagram, and you'll be able to see it there. I have an art station that I'm also going to start populating with older art. Just look at those ears. Look at the detail of those ears. Those are some big ears. I do sell my art. I actually got 3 commissions this week. The one that I just showed, the one of Samuel. I've got something for another person, and I'm doing a dog portrait for my doctor. So I've got a lot going on. And hopefully I'll have time to do another stream maybe this weekend or next week. But yeah, check out my Twitter, check out my Instagram. I'm a lot more active on Instagram. So you'll be able to know when my streams are coming. Yeah, it really just got like, oh, you're trying to become a psychologist. That's cool. I thought about doing that, but it's, I realized that it was, for me personally, it would be hard to hear about people's problems so much. And, I feel like I would take that home with me. But if you can do that, you're doing a great service. And it would be really interesting. I'm fascinated with the mind. This is the character for one of my friends that I'm playing a role-playing game with. It's her wood elf character that's kind of a Tomb Raider type explorer. It takes a little while for it to process, but it will be on this channel, so you can come back and watch it. I do not go live on Instagram. I haven't played with the stories or anything like that, but I'm thinking about doing maybe some of my educational stuff on Instagram. Oh, don't break your hand. Oh man, being a voice actor would be really fun. I feel like I can do a lot of voices, but that's kind of difficult to break into. So yeah, if you can do voices, you know, make a reel of you doing different voices and try to get it out there. Yeah, if you enjoy helping people, that's a great way to do it. People should seek mental help more often. Everybody can use time to talk to somebody from a neutral position. I think it should be like a once or twice a year thing that people go get a checkup for. Not forced to, but it should be something that's included, I feel like, in insurance. Yeah, so it's just about 9 o'clock. Thank you so much, all you people, for showing up. I really appreciate it. If you haven't, like the video and check out my Twitter and primarily my Instagram. Check out my Instagram. I'll have my art Instagram up soon. Follow my Twitter, and those are the places where you'll be able to see when my next stream is. I'm preparing an educational video that I might do live, so I'll keep you posted on that. Thanks guys so much for coming, and I'm Ashley out. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of a catchphrase or something. Ashley out's pretty dumb, but AZ versus games. This will be up when it's done processing, so you can go back and watch it. But yeah, thanks so much to everybody. I really appreciate everybody showed up, being so nice. Love you guys, and good night.